Hello, and welcome to the Phantasmal Library. How can I help you today? Of course, you want to read. That's what brings you in, right? Well, I just want you to keep in mind, if you look around, you'll see that most of the bookshelves are empty. Being is that there's not much to do nowadays, people have been reading and checking out just about everything. And they're not returning them either. So, as I always tell all of the people who check out books at the Phantasmal Library, to please be kind and rewind. Now, before I show you the very few books that we do have, I want to let you know that all of them except one are considered young adult or children's reading material. I hope that's okay with you. It is? Okay, right. Yeah, I mean, look, they have words in them, and you can read them. So, yeah, as long as you can read, they're really for anyone. All right, well, do you have a library card with us? No? Okay, well, we have to change that. So let's go ahead and let's get you a library card. Yeah. All right. Well, let's see. What is your first name? All right, now last name? Okay. All right, and what is your address? Okay, and city? All right, perfect. And what is the state? Yeah, okay. Now, I need your phone number and then a family member. Family, okay. Okay. All right. Okay. And what is their number? All right. Okay, now I just need to ask you some questions about some of your likes and some of the types of books that you like to read, and some of your interests. Are you okay with that? All right. Okay. Well, do you prefer fiction or nonfiction? Okay, both. Okay. Well, if you had to choose one, which one would? All right. Yeah, fiction, of course. Okay. Now, what genre do you like? History. There's science fiction. A lot of people like sci-fi. It's one of my faves. There's also young adult. There's romance, horror, drama. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Some sci-fi. With a little romance. Maybe some teen romance, huh? Some adventure. All right. Okay. All of the above, huh? Yeah. All right. All right. Well, we got all that set up, I think, for your profile. Now, let me just... oh, you know what? Almost forgot. What are some of your favorite authors? Yeah. Okay. Put that in there. All right. I like them as well. Okay. Let me see. I spelled that wrong. Let me see. Back up. Sorry. My fingers just do this all day, so they start to hurt a little bit. All right, so if you like all those, what other? Let me see. That's a good one too. I'm gonna go. Can I make a recommendation? I think you might like this one. Yeah, very good author. Mostly does nonfiction, but they have a few fiction books. They're starting to come out with those, and they're very good reads. Very good. All right, I'll put some of those in there for you. And if you don't like it, you can go in and customize it on our website. You can change it whenever you want, okay? But I like to just recommend everyone an author or two. There's also one, I'm going to say this, don't let the manager know, but he's actually very good. You can only get him on Amazon, Kindle, but very good read. He's a guy out of Austin, Texas, and a very good author. He's been pumping out those books, about 3 a year, and it's a very good sci-fi. Yeah, I love futuristic stuff. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now, I think I got just about everything. No, we do not have any late fees here. but we do have a limit that you can check out. Now, you can bring them back whenever you want, as long as it's within 1 month. Now, that's probably why our library is completely empty just about of books, because we don't have late fees. So, there's no reason for them to bring the books back. Yeah, I know, it's silly. I know. A lot of people ask, how do we stay open if we can't keep books? And I explained that, people check them out. And you're like, but how do you make any money if you don't charge? Well, don't worry about that. This is a non-profit business. We are in the business of educating people, not in making money. Paper, now they say money doesn't grow on trees, but books do. So, okay, now, all right, so I'm going to show you the selection that we have, okay? Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Hold on a second. Let me put this in there. I never got your email. All right, what's your email? Okay, perfect. Yes. I like that. Yahoo, Gmail, Hotmail, AOL, which one? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Sorry. Man, I'm sorry. I have to correct something that my manifest is all messed up. Sorry about that. Okay, just 1 second here. All right. Let me see. Milk, eggs, cereal. Sorry, I had to finish off my grocery list as well, too. Yeah, I'm a really fast typer. Very fast typer. All right, and I just, boom, done. Now, all right, so, normally I would have us go into our database and find the books that you're looking for, but seeing as that we only have about a dozen books left, I'll just show you what we have. Now, like I did say, all of them but one are considered, reading material for, young adults, kids. But I think that you would probably like them. So the first one that we have here is Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Yeah, it's one of our most popular ones, and a lot of the kids really love this one right here. The Wimpy Kid is all about, it's just really more of a comedy than anything. They have a bunch of them. Like this one is the original, the first one. But they have like Diary of a Wimpy Kid, Roderick Rules, and then The Last Straw, Dog Days, The Ugly Truth, Captain Cabin Fever, The Third Wheel, the Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book, the Wimpy Kid movie diary. There's a bunch of different ones here. It's actually very hilarious. I remember the first time I read it, I actually read it for my son when he was first learning to read. When he was first learning to read on his own, rather. We would read this together. We would take turns. And I remember just absolutely, it was hysterical. It's a very, very, very good book. Genius, really brilliant. So yeah, if you want to get this one, I think that of all ages, it'll be just fine. Yeah. Now, the thing is, with a lot of these, they have a lot of illustrations in there. Right? They're pretty simple, but they do I don't know. It's just, I would say that the words are funnier than illustrations, but I did find that it does kind of help to give you somewhat of an image. But if you think about the images here, they're so elementary in design that your imagination will often supersede, or your imagination rather is superlative to these cartoon drawings. So try not to use your imagination. This is really the junk food of reading, but it's very good, and it's good for you. It's little bit of humor, you know. So yeah, I would take a look at that one. You want to get this one? Okay, good. I'll set this aside over here. Now over here we have this one. It is called it's a New York Times bestseller series. I mean, I think just about every book is, but this one is over here by Aaron Blabby. I think that's how you say it. I'm not sure, but it's a really shiny book. You know, they say don't judge a book by its cover, but this one is actually pretty interesting. Now, this is a very quick read. I mean, a very quick read. It's super simple. Like here on the back, it reads, "All hail Crown Prince Marmalade. Surrender to his evil magnificence. Kneel before his butt-headed glory, or like, don't." The bad guys and even badder girls might have been knocked down, but does that mean they'll stay down? No way, Chicos. Pull on your party pants. It's the ultimate battle between bad and bad. So, yeah, I guess there's like a goat in here or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. So you have the bad guys. They have a variety of different ones here, as you can see. And let me move over here a little bit closer. Is that okay? Okay, good. I'm going to get a little closer. Now, I'm going to so that way I can show you a lot better. Now, this here, it says the bad guys in Mission Unpluckable, the bad guys in the Furboss Spikes Back, Attack of the Zitans, Intergalactic Gas, Alien versus Bad Guys. It looks like they have like some Star Wars references, some Aliens versus Predator references, the bad guys in Superbad, the bad guys in the Big Bad Wolf. It looks like they're mixing up quite a few different genres here. Okay, so this one is mostly illustrations with very few words. It almost reads kind of like a comic book or an elementary graphic novel, if you will. But I mean, look at this. That's lovely. You know, I thought you didn't like him. Are you serious? He was the snake of my dreams. Hang in there, Agent Doom. I am so misunderstood. Grunt, grunt, pant. Mr. Wolf. I remember when my son got this book, he said he picked it out, and I didn't know what the book was, but he told me that he read this book in the day, and I thought, wow, you have really become quite the reader, son. And it turns out that I could probably read this in 5 minutes. So, yeah, it's not, I mean, look at this. This one has three words on it. That's it. Pretty interesting characters on here. I don't know what he's supposed to be, but he doesn't look kid-friendly. Oh, I see. Kind of a little scary, you see. That's what it was. But yeah, so this book's okay. It's a very easy read. Sometimes maybe it's kind of like, do you want to watch a movie, or do you just want to watch like a little 20-minute episode on Netflix or something? That would be, you know, something like junk food. Another one of those, and I highly recommend this one. Would you like it? Okay. I'll bring it over there. You might as well get all of them, right? All right. Well, now this one over here is it is actually the odd ones out. I think he is a YouTuber, and this is just a book that my son wanted, and he really enjoyed it. It's also a New York Times bestseller, just as every other book is, I'm sure. But this one has a bit more words in it. It's a bit more colorful, and I guess it's somewhat of like his life story. I'm not sure exactly, but I do recommend this book. If you look here, the pages are kind of thick, and if you look at the illustrations, they're all kind of similar. They all kind of look the same, all of the characters. It's kind of hard to tell who's who. But it looks like it could be pretty funny, you know. We haven't gotten around to reading it yet, but you know, you can read it if you want. You want it, okay? You can take it with you. Yeah, I like that one. Now, this one we have a whole bunch. I mean, it's like a series of. Oh yeah, it's a whole series here. Now these, you've probably heard of these before, huh? There's none other than the Captain Underpants. Yes, Captain Underpants. I actually have almost nearly the entire collection, my friend. That is right. This one is Captain Underpants. Now, the thing about these guys is they make the most absurd and preposterous names. I mean, the titles to these books are preposterous. Now, this one says Captain Underpants and the invasion of the incredibly naughty cafeterialators from outer space and the subsequent assault of the equally evil lunchroom zombie nerds. Now, if that's not preposterous, I don't know what is. But that just goes to show you, sometimes you can judge a book by its cover, because it's actually very, very good book. I mean, one of my favorites. I wish that these were around when I was a kid. Now this is the third one right here. But it's tons of fun, lots of laughs, flipperama, and it's a very, very good read. Now, the thing about this, I think for kids' books, this is really good. It's got a little bit of illustration. It's got a good amount of words, but not too many that it's overwhelming, you know, because they separate them. And it gives them a sense of accomplishment when they read, because, you know, there's actually some words, but it doesn't take them forever. I mean, this is just, and then the humor is really quite something else. I love it. I just love it. I remember watching the movie and I died laughing. But these are, I'm telling you, some of the best ones. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this in there with you too. Now this one looks the same, but it's actually quite different. Now let's read the title of this one. I love the titles. Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy, Part 1, The Night of the Nasty Nostril Nuggets. I mean, if you don't think that that is hilarious, I mean, this is absolutely brilliant. I mean, these guys with the names, genius. I mean, what kid wouldn't want to read that, huh? What human, what adult wouldn't want to read that? Oh, man, and look at that. Squishy action, smushy horror, goofy laughs. And it's spelled with Laffs. I know, and it's just, you can't say enough about these guys. I mean, look at that. There's just boogers everywhere. You know, this is so funny. Fantastic. Yeah. All right, now let me just make one more adjustment to your account real quick, because I'm gonna go ahead and throw in that whole series and update it. Now, what I can do is whenever there's a new book that comes out or whatever, you will actually get notified on your email. Would you like to turn notifications on? Okay, that's really good. Now, the cool thing is you can always, if you want, you can simply, like I said, you can go on. I'll give you your, actually, you know what? We didn't even do that. Oops, I almost forgot. I'm not being a very good librarian. Okay, so now we're going to create a username and a password for you, okay? Now, what would you like your username to be? Preferably, don't make one as long as the Captain Underpants title, okay? We don't have that many keys on this keyboard. Okay, there we go. Thank you. That's not too bad. All right, and then the password. All right. I'll tell you what. I'll just go ahead and make a temporary password for you, and then whenever you go home and sign in, you can change it whenever you want, as many times as you want. Now, if you're going to do your password, I do recommend it being as long as the Underpants ones, because you don't want anybody to get into your, you know, your library account and, you know, checking out books under your name. Then when you come in here, I'm going to be like, hey, you had 100 books. Where are they? Okay. I'm going to have to start asking my, you know, my people if they would loan me some of the books that they've checked out, so I can check those out to other people, because, you know, we're running low. Okay, now here we go. Now this is a really funny one too. Captain Underpants and the Preposterous Plight of the Purple Potty People. I mean, look, they even have preposterous in the title. I mean, come on, look, evil horror laughs. This is the 8th novel. This one looks pretty fun. Now, I don't know if you're familiar with the Captain Underpants, but apparently, the person who's the Underpants, I forget exactly, but he was basically kind of evil, like a mean person. And what they did was the kid somehow turned him into a superhero somehow by saying something. And now whenever they say something, he becomes Captain Underpants, and he's like a hero who can like save the day and stuff. But is, you know, kind of clumsy, I suppose. But it's really interesting how they did it. Really creative story. It's one of my favorites. So good. All right, now this one is the very first one. This is the Adventures of Captain Underpants. This is the pilot. This one will tell you exactly everything that happened. You know, and you can tell too because the art is a little new. They're not as creative with the name. It's just the beginning. Now there is funny because in the first one, if you look at the chapters, George and Harold, it just shows you, I guess, the introduction. And then the third one, The Adventures of Captain Underpants, the third chapter. But if you go down to the 16, the Extremely Graphic Violence chapter. Now that's pretty creative. Now let's jump to page 79 and see exactly. Actually, no, let's jump to page 9. I want to see how he became Underpants. Okay, so I don't see the numbers on these pages here. I guess you just kind of have to know. Alright, so he said, so basically George came up with the idea that most superheroes look like they're flying around in their underwear, right? So, well, this guy actually is flying around in his underwear, right? I mean, that's the whole point of Captain Underpants. You know, they're kind of making fun of superheroes in a way, which is also another genius stroke. Now, the two boys laughed and laughed. Yeah, said Harold, he could fight with wedgie power. Now, Chapter 3, The Adventures of Captain Underpants. Written by George Beard and cartoons by Harold Hutchins. So, two friends. So, basically, the really cool Adventures of Captain Underpants, he basically writes all of this about this little comic book that they made or whatever, but he ends up basically coming to life, in a sense, I believe. Yeah, that's the comic. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that this guy right here, Mr. Krupp, is actually Captain Underpants. Is somehow, you're just going to have to read it. I don't want to spoil it for you, but just trust me when I say that it is absolutely wonderful, the whole thing. So let's see what this one is over here. Ooh, this is the fourth one, Captain Underpants, and it is called Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Potty Pants. No, I'm sorry. Captain Underpants and the Perilous Plot of Professor Poopy Pants. Yes, that's right. One of the guys, his name, which in the Captain Underpants movie, I believe the first one, Professor Poopy Pants was the villain in that one. It's actually pretty funny. His name is really Poopy Pants, and that's why he's evil, because people made fun of his name his whole life. So, yeah, it's actually a good one over there. Now this one, it's the fifth one. It's Captain Underpants and the Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman. The Wicked Wedgie Woman, huh? Now, I don't remember actually what this one. Oh, so it's that teacher. It's one of the teachers who becomes a wedgie. Now, if you think about it, Captain Underpants, you know, he's got freaking, underpants on, and she's got, wedgie power, and that seems like his kryptonite, right? So you see, that's Captain Underpants. Well, before he is Captain Underpants, Mr. Krupp. He's actually kind of a mean guy, and they make him a hero. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That looks pretty cool. I like that one. So I'll put that over there for you. And this is the last one of the Captain Underpants one that we have. It's the 7th novel. It's called Captain Underpants and the Big Bad Battle of the Bionic Booger Boy, Part 2, The Revenge of the Ridiculous Robo-Bookers. Wow. Not only did you have booger monsters, but now you have robotic booger monsters. That's something else right here, man. These are, you can tell as the illustrations start to get a little bit different towards the end, but they're relatively the same. So, but we're gonna go ahead and put this over there for you, okay? All right, now this last one is actually for adults, or anyone who can read. Actually, that's the beautiful thing about books. They're for anyone as long as you can read them. Now, but I would say that I used to manage this salon back in the day, and we won awards. And before I was a librarian, before I decided to stop making money for a living, I decided to read this book here. Actually, one of my bosses at the time, he was the regional supervisor, who was my personal direct boss. He actually gave me this book and said that if I read this, it would help me. Now, this one is called, I don't know if you've heard of Dave Ramsey, but he's quoted on here as, all you have to do is follow the path laid out here. Definitely a must read. I mean, he even agrees that this is a must read. He's an excellent financial advisor. Now, the author of here is John G. Miller. It's called Outstanding, 47 Ways to Make Your Organization Exceptional. QBD, the question behind the question. Now, you may ask, what's special about this book? Well, you can create yourself, as a manager, I was able to treat it just tells you 47 different ways, and without going into too much detail, I can go on forever. Basically, it really reshapes the way that you look at customers, employees, services, products, all of that, all of your methods, and things that you can do to go out of the way. For example, there's a chapter in here about, let's see, I don't know which one it is, but there was a chapter in here about, right here, to everyone who cares enough to improve the place, you are outstanding. See, it's all about just being better. And one of the chapters talks about having an exceptional employee. And now some places take advantage, like, oh, you're a really good employee. I'm not going to go out of my way to make you happy, to give you your pay raise, or I'm going to, not treat you correctly. And then they end up going somewhere else. So with this, it's kind of like it's best to just go ahead and, give them the extra hours, or give them the extra pay, or go easier on them, or whatever. Because if they're the ones that are bringing in the customers and they're head and shoulders more polite and more productive than everyone else, you got to do everything in your power to make them happy, especially move them up in your career. So if you have, say you just want to make something on Etsy, or maybe you have an Amazon store, or if you're just, a fast food worker, or a lawn, you do lawn care, whatever your job is, you read this book, and you can be better. You implement some of the strategies in here and the tips and advice, and I guarantee you'll be outstanding. You'll be exceptional. And outstanding, they often talk about, it's to stand out. You want to get to where you're giving the best service. Take, for example, Chick-fil-A. They, out of all the fast food places I've ever been to, they head and shoulders above everyone else. They have the best customer service out of every fast food restaurant, hands down. So if you think about it like that, do you want to be the Chick-fil-A, or do you want to be, one of the other brands that everyone knows that the customer service is just not there? So even if you want to be a librarian like me, yeah, you can do that as well. So you would like this? Of course, man. All right, so I'm gonna get all of these books for you here. All right, 1, 2. Let's see here. What do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wow, 11 books. Look at all that. That's a lot. That's a lot of books. Man, you think you can read all of that in a day? They're due tomorrow, I'm just kidding. You can keep them as long as you want, okay? So I'll go ahead and put them over here for you. We don't do bags. We're actually a completely green library. I know it's kind of ironic considering that you have to tear down trees to make these books, but you only make them once, at least these. So, okay, well that'll be it. Let me just go ahead and put all of this stuff, all this information into the file, so we can have these checked out. All right. Captain Underpants. Boogers. Robot Boogers. Outstanding organization. Bad guys. Okay. Now, it's supposed to rain later today and later this week. I think that it would be the perfect time. I mean, you couldn't have picked a better time to get these books. I'm really excited for you. And with that being said, we have no more books left here, so I guess we're going to close down for now. All right, well, thank you for coming in. I really hope that you enjoy those books. And please, when you get a chance, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe. And so that way I can get some more books for you, okay? All right, yeah, well, thank you for coming in, and you have a great day.